I know enough gun owners to know that 90% of gun owners are walking around with an undiagnosed mental illness that I like to call TIG, or Tactical Instant Gratificationitis. TIG is when you build a gun on a company's website, and when they call you and tell you that your gun is ready, instead of waiting for them to send it to your FFL, you call up your friends who also suffer from this made up but very real illness and tell them that you're taking a road trip to Staccato in Georgetown, Texas to pick up a gun. Oh, and it also so happens that these friends that suffer from that made up but very real disease also own Porsche 911 GT3s that they're looking for an excuse to drive. So that's what we did. I've never done a rally or a group drive. To be frank, anytime I saw a group of people driving in the same car down the highway, I kinda sorta maybe a little bit judged them. You see, I'm an extroverted introvert with only child syndrome, so I'm used to enjoying my drives Kid Cudi style, solo dolo. But now, I'm the guy driving with a group of people who all have the same car. And you know what? I'm having a blast. Sure, a group of GT3s taking up all lanes of traffic on the freeway in order to get a photo op is a bit douchey. But sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of your goodwill with the public to get the right shot. Besides, look at them. How often do you see a fleet of motorized Scarabeetos rolling down the street, driven by four ambiguously douchey car and gun nuts? The only thing better than having a passion is experiencing that passion with people who share the same passion. Not to mention the very real automotive narcissism that comes with seeing your car in third person flying down the highway. Considering how much I love the rear end of the 992 GT3, it was very satisfying to watch for the 2 hours and 40 minutes it took us to get to the Staccato facility. I had so much fun on the drive that when we got to the Staccato facility, I forgot why we were even going there in the first place. I kind of told the folks at Staccato last minute that I was bringing friends, and I'm sure they didn't expect a convoy of rainbow-colored GT3s, but I also don't think that they were complaining, because if there's one thing I know, 90% of gun guys and girls are also car guys and girls. The whole goal of this little road trip was simply for me to pick up my new Staccato. But do you really think I'd come to a gun factory and not do a tour? In many ways, gun factories are like gyms. On one end, you have your fancy gyms like Equinox, where everything is beautiful and you go there to socialize as much as you go to work out. Then you have your warehouse gyms, where your only purpose is to get jacked. Staccato's facility is the latter. You can tell once you walk in that their singular focus is to perfect their platform. I've always had this insecurity that whenever I go to a gun factory, that the people who work there see me as nothing more than a gun tuber who poses with guns. So I was completely blown away when I got there and we could barely finish the tour because everyone wanted to shake my hand and take a picture. Honestly, they don't make enough letters in the alphabet to describe how humbling that was for me. After the tour, we came to the part of why we were here in the first place, seeing my gun. Real quick before you finish watching this video, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Vetter Holsters. All of Vetter's products are made right here in America, and they go out of their way to create affordable holsters without skimping out on quality. So thank you very much, Vetter Holsters, for supporting the channel. See, I've always liked 2011s, but they always look like competition guns to me. Now that's not a bad thing. I've just always been a bit apathetic to the super race gun look. My Staccato P looks like a duty gun that picked out a few accessories from the competition shop. It really is a perfect balance of self-defense duty gun and competition gun. You know, it baffles me how much better this gun looks in person, and that's saying a lot considering how photogenic this gun already is. They also surprised me with the Staccato C2, and then told us to pack up, because they were taking us to their private range to shoot not only my gun, but all of their guns. As we convoyed to the range, I started getting a little anxious. Yeah, the gun looks good, but what if I don't like how it shoots? I mean, yeah, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not a very good liar, contrary to popular belief. I don't care how real you are. It's never easy to tell people who are proud of their product that you don't really like their product. But I knew if I didn't like it, that's exactly what I was going to tell them. Both of my friends who joined me on this trip and the people at Staccato really built up my expectations for this gun. Anyone knows that when you build up expectations on anything, it rarely, if ever, lives up to the hype. Yes, there was a lot of hype around this gun before I shot it. But I'm sorry, there may not have been enough hype because this gun is phenomenal. God damn it! Staccato C2, which they surprised me with. I thought I was just coming up here to get a pee. They actually surprised me, and C2 as well. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can help do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice and let them know you want to keep America tactical, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion, it was a directive.